Good morning, good afternoon, Team Solar Icons, wherever you are joining in from. Welcome. Happy Monday. Dare I say it's almost like the end of February? No, we've got one more. We've got one more Monday. We're almost there. So definitely want to welcome those who have been on the call before. A huge welcome to those of you who, if this is your first time, if you can drop in the chat, I would love to see who is a newcomer with us. And we also have a pretty large and wide team, right? So I would also love to know where you guys are chiming in from. So feel free to drop in the chat where you are tuning in from. And as we've always done this, we love to start with the successes. We like the feel goods. We like to celebrate one another. So I want to turn it over to Mr. Aaron first, because he's got a pretty good announcement.
I sure
And then
do.
we'll let him head it over to the next one.
I
Aaron,
sure
what you
do.
got for us? I know it's
Anybody who is on our Facebook channel or Telegram, which we'll talk about both of those today. My all-time favorite announcement, it has to do with other people winning, right? Outside of yourself. It's just amazing. But I have the privilege of announcing our team's newest Tier 3 mentor, Miss Maureen. So freaking well-deserved. She drew a line in the sand probably about 45 to 60 days ago and said, I am sick of playing small. I'll paraphrase. I am sick of not having that damn title. Not paraphrasing on that one. I'm sick of not being able to support, right, and help the team. In full transparency, that's what she led with every time. I'm paraphrasing the others. But I'm super, super excited. She got after it. She can now get tagged on our team's deals. She is obviously in the great state of Florida, but she can service the entire region outside of Cali like the rest of us. She has my full confidence. So anyone that was trusting me, if you need help, doesn't work on my schedule, you want to run it with someone else, I get it. Maureen is an absolute beast. She went through our Mentor Factory Academy, our training platform, and crushed it. Her and Terry were, in fact, most of the time were the only two that ever did the homework. And she's a great presenter, guys. She's a great closer. She comes from contribution, so I can't sing her praises enough. Maureen, if you want to say anything real quick, we're super proud of you. We're honored to have you as a Tier 3 partner, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm just, I'm blown away by this company, this opportunity, this team over and over again. Like it was just, I keep pinching myself, thinking like, how good God is and that, I get to be here. And the more I learn about really where, just hearing Bobby speak in person, all three events, like I get so fired up about this company and knowing that like, we're just in the infancy of the bigger mission and vision. And so, being able to be positioned where we are now collectively, and then also knowing that like, I feel like I've earned my stripes kind of because I just want to serve people all the time, but it was like this weird, so knowing that like, if you guys want, I could be another resource for you, pick my brain. Like I'm so committed to continuing to learn everything I need to know about solar and renewable energy in this industry, so I can just, help you guys, help our customers, help the vision of Powur. Like that's, I'm single, I don't have kids. And like, this is like my family. Like I get fired up every day knowing that I'm a part of this, cause it's everything to me. So thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. And Travaris is on here. He's T Jones. So he's here.
and I will just brag a little bit because I got the chance to meet Maureen in person for the first time, and everything that you see on the screen, the love, the genuineness, the desire to serve and to help and to share, like that was all felt in person. So I just want to say it was really great to meet you, Maureen, and congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And you're definitely, leading the way for the women in solar icons. We definitely look up to you. And I can't wait to see the next wave of mentors for sure. Congratulations, girl.
Oh, thank you. It was awesome to meet you in person too. Give you and your mom a big hug. Thank you guys.
I love it. You're welcome. Congrats. All right. Who else wants to share a couple of wins with us before we do a deep dive into what we've got to share today? I do see, and one of the reasons I ask for people to share where they're tuning in from is to help paint the vision, maybe for some new people, to show them what's possible. We've got Virginia, we've got Cali, we've got Maryland, Virginia, Florida. It looks like Florida's kind of running the board right now. We've got Texas. So, just wanted to do that so that you guys can see, especially if you're new, what the possibilities are of being able to work alongside other people, being able to help homeowners in the 22 plus states that we're in, plus Puerto Rico. Dana, I see your hand, girl. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I'm going to brag on myself for a second. I had a friend reach out to me via Facebook for another mutual friend that was having a pampered chef party, and she wanted me to buy some items. And I said, of course, no problem. I'm always there to help a friend. And don't forget, I sell solar, and you live in Florida. And, I would like you to help me out as well. And she says, I keep seeing your Facebook posts, and, I've been meaning to talk to you. So I set up I got her utility bill that day. I ran everything by myself because I just popped a tier 2 not too long ago. I did my presentation yesterday all by myself. So I just feel like a big girl.
You're all grown up. I love it. Congratulations. And that's a huge, huge, huge feeling when you're able to run your first deal for the first time. I remember that. So congratulations to you. And thank you so much.
I heard myself mess up a little bit throughout it, but I was in good company. So it was the right audience to test it out.
I love it. And the more that you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. And then, jumping on trainings like these and Fridays, script role playing, all of those are those opportunities for you to just kind of get better at doing the presentation your way. So I absolutely love that. Congratulations.
I'll add something to that too, Dana. Huge congrats. I mean, that's awesome. That's what makes her special, because I personally believe there's no perfect presentation. I don't care how many you've done. I've probably done 200 now. There's some where I'm like, what in the freak was I thinking? Like, I knew better. And there are others where like you thought you did really well, but you still missed it. So the fact, like, at the end, plan, do, review, analyze. I love that she comes from that. But the number one way to learn it for those that want tier 2 and tier 3 is to get out there and do it. Hands down. You cannot practice it. I mean, you can, but there's nothing like real world. All of a sudden they ask that question, your Zoom mic didn't work. You have real life problems. Their computer dies. They can't get on and you're having to think on the fly. So it's powerful. Huge congrats to you, Dana. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I had all you guys in my head and I had everything ready to go. It's like all of your cheat sheets, everything out there. So I've been paying attention.
Yeah, congrats. And I'll just say too, I think what's really served me is like having that connection with them. It's like they will be so forgiving if you stumble over your words or whatever. If they can tell that you're showing up to really serve them and to customize the best solution for them, that's all people care about. They don't want it to be a perfect sales pitch. They're sensitive to that. They know when they're being sold to or when there's this gimmicky marketing. So if you're just like, hey, and I say this all the time, and I also learned from Aaron, too, and Chris, it's just like, I get them on in the beginning and I'm like, I'm so excited to share what's available. And I was like, at the end of the day, the numbers are either going to work for you or if they're not. It's not even a hard sell. I'm here to support you, to educate you on the benefits of going solar, and we'll just see what's possible for your home. And if they know from the beginning that you're on their team, like, you can mess up a million times on the presentation or words and it doesn't matter because they know that you are on their team.
Yeah, I agree.
They also don't know what it's supposed to be.
Right.
and most solar pros, honestly, because I compete against them all the time, they're running it off a piece of paper and a Post-it note. So the fact you have slides and a proposal, like that's the feedback. That's the feedback I get. You could literally just point and you beat 99% of the competition.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, the
I want to give
platform's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I want to give a shout out to Adrian. Just killing it. I cannot sing this woman's praises enough. By the way, all 3 so far have been women on the team getting shout outs. I love it, man. We got to step up. She is so darn coachable. She shows up on every meeting, every coaching session with a notepad. She's building both. She's collecting bills herself, but also building an organization. She already has someone on her team that has a deal under contract, right? She's only been here a couple weeks. She's just flat out killing it. You are a pleasure to work with. This is truly only the beginning for you, my friend.
Love it. I love it. I will go ahead and give a shout out. Some of us know her as Mama Margarita. She recently, look at her face. She recently unlocked level 2. So congratulations to her. Don't break the microphone, Aaron. Her recent seller just brought on a new team member, so tier level 2 unlocked. So congratulations to her for that. She's been working alongside the ladies and helping them get acclimated to the system and all of that good stuff. So I wanted to give her a shout out for that, because I see her efforts. I see her putting in the time, not only to learn it for herself, but stepping into true leadership and then taking that to her team and showing them, okay, this is what we do, and then this is how you do it with the team that you're also bringing in. So I definitely want to give her a shout out for that. What else? I know we've had some wins. I've seen the chat lighten up this week. What else do we have? Going once.
Come on, don't be shy. We need at least one more.
All right. Well, I joined the local Chamber of Commerce today, and on Thursday already, there's an expo that I have a booth, and where's it at? I had this thing come in the mail.
Woohoo!
I'll be talking to some people on Thursday.
Love it.
I got a shout out.
Go ahead, Michael. You're
How was
muted.
that?
Or oh, that was Mitch.
Am
I'm
I
sorry. Go
muted
ahead.
now?
Mitch. No, you're good.
Okay. I went to Race's monthly overview, I don't know what else to call it, of our business opportunity in Tampa on Thursday. And then Saturday, I went to Orlando and I saw Maureen there and maybe a few other people there from Solar Icons. And that was just phenomenal. The training was just great, and seeing so many people and hearing from so many people who are hitting 6-figure incomes in their first 6 months is quite motivational. So that's all I want to say. And Bobby was fantastic.
Love that.
Wow.
Guys, what I love about his feedback, by the way, for those of you that haven't met Mitch, he's a solar pro. He's been in the game for a very long time. For him to say, like, I had goosebumps, say the training was top notch. That's not like 99% of our team that's brand new to solar and we're just sponges soaking up anything. They're like, solar is spelled, and I'm like taking notes. That's a solar pro. This I think over 2,000 solar jobs saying that our training, I say our Powers is that good. That's huge, man. Freaking love that.
Okay, Aaron, I got to win, if I may. Yesterday,
James,
when
give me, James, give me 1 second. I'm sorry, Maureen had her hand up, and then I'll
Sure.
jump over to you. 1 second, James. Go ahead, Maureen.
Okay, yeah. So with Telegram, can we put videos, like longer videos? Okay, so based on I don't know if you guys know who David Ringo is yet in the company. He's brand new, but he's a solar, he had his own installation companies. And I've seen him on like the Marketplace Spotlight Florida meetings, but he was at the in-person one in Tampa and Orlando, and they had him give a testimonial. He did 4,000 installations on his own, and they were coming after him for a while with Powur, and he had his own perspective on it, finally joined and basically said, this is the best thing for any solar pro ever. So I recorded it on my phone. And I think it would really support you guys, like maybe 2 or 3 minutes or something. So I'll post it in the Telegram. So make sure you watch that tonight and let it light you up to, get people on tonight's 8 p.m. Zoom geared towards solar pros. Cause it's like, you can't get a better testimonial from a professional solar person than that as to why Powur is the best of the best of the best. So yeah. And then I want to give a shout out also to Travaros, who I know is on here. He has finished his tier 1, doesn't have a computer, went to the library to complete all of it, is on the phone with me all the time, asking questions, just reaching out to people. Like his drive and, just intrinsic desire to succeed and be in contribution is none other. So just celebrating him. Yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much, Maureen. And yes, we will definitely keep an eye out for that video. Congratulations, Tavares. And James, I know you had something. Go ahead.
yeah,
share
real
with
quick.
us.
Thanks. So I went on a consulting call from my IT for Seniors company that I have in Bolivia, North Carolina, and was able to pull a utility bill off of that. So got transferred the conversation that way. So thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. Lots of wins. I love it. Keep going out there and crushing it. Happy holiday, by the way. I heard it's a holiday. Let's jump into our announcements. Ooh, the leader board is lit up. Well, first of all, in very big bold letters, I can't miss it. Congratulations again to our newest tier 3 mentor, Maureen. Congratulations. And then we've got new referrals for February. So we've got Aaron and Cameron, both with 2 new referrals. We've got Kingsley, Michael, Jay, Katie, Adrian, Dana, Nathan, Ray, Mr. Aaron Browning himself, Tisha and Judy with referrals for the month of February. Congratulations, guys. Way to lead. What else we got, Aaron? I know there's another list somewhere, right?
That is it. I will take it from here if you'll allow me.
Yes, absolutely.
Sweet.
Go for it.
Okay, so
None
a
other
couple of announcements, and then we'll open it up like we always do, my friends. And a couple of these, I'm going to have you guys do it right now, which is rare. I typically want everyone's mind share as we talk about. We don't want distractions. However, many of the leaders on this call know the importance of events, of a training. We have our virtual Power World coming up in like a week, 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that. I mean, it's right around the corner. So we need everybody to register for this. It is March 3rd and March 4th. It is free from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. Do your time zone differences. This event must be registered to attend, right? So there's no reason to delay. In fact, if do I have that here? I can't see the top of my screen. No, I don't. If someone could go to either their email, Maureen or Marissa or Terry, and grab the link to how to register for this, I would greatly appreciate it and throw it in the chat.
Powurconvention.com.
There you go. Can you throw it in the chat if you don't mind? Okay, awesome. This is going to be a huge event. Now, here's my stance on this, right? Obviously, would I love for everybody to be off on the 3rd and the 4th, 100% of your time? Absolutely. Is that realistic for part-timers? No. So if you can't be on from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on March 3rd, but you could attend a long lunch, you could call out sick, early, whatever you need to do to soak up 2 hours of the event, do it. Still register for it. You might be one little, nugget away from a dramatic change in your business. And after doing a plan to review so often with these, I find that people, I didn't hop on because I had to work. Once again, could you have gone out for a lunch break? Could you have done anything? If you answer yes to that, and honestly, the answer is yes for everyone, register. Make sure you register for it. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event. We have at least one leader on our team who will be there, maybe a second that I know of who's recording live for us. So it's going to be jam-packed. So once again, no excuses on that. I cannot see the top of my screen for some reason. Can someone...
Aaron, I have a question. I'm on here registering right now and it's asking for numbers and also t-shirt size.
Yep. Do the t-shirt size. I'm not sure what it's going to be. The numbers is not required. I don't know. My beautiful wife did paying support to figure that one out, but it's not required. It's to let you register.
Oh,
Great question.
So the number, that's your ID number with Powur. You can find it in your dashboard.
There you go.
Like when you start to sell your own deals as tier 2 and you do the contract, you will actually need to put your number in when you sign. So you guys can go in there in your profile and find that number. That's what that is.
Now I have searched and I cannot find my number.
I'll help you.
So
Yeah, look at projects.
Yeah, if you go to projects, you can see the projects as well.
Projects and then people, and you'll show yours next to the mentor and everything else. It's there. Telegram, all the leaders on this call already know, and I see many of you guys there. However, I got to give a bad stat. We're at 90 people on the Telegram. Our team size is over 300. So that's 1/3. I knew it was going to take time. It is what it is. If you guys have team members who are not on there and all you do is go click, try to tag them, the @ sign. If it doesn't show up, they're not there. This is huge. This is culture building. This is leverage. I'll use Maureen because I can see her right now, our nearest mentor. Maureen cannot take phone calls from every single person on her team all day long and also run deals. So if she's not utilizing the Telegram to where someone could go fire away a quick question, where do I find this? And have a James Moore and a Terry Thomas and Margarita answer that question, she misses out on leverage, right? You're also missing out on your team connecting with other team members with similar careers, goals, income goals, languages spoken, what have you. It is an amazing, amazing tool. Please go add everybody. And I know it's babysitting. I have personal recruits of mine that are not there, and I'm sending messages, screenshots of someone winning saying, dude, you're missing out. Here's another really good nugget to get someone there. Hey, Terry, I just tried to give you a massive shout out on our new team app, and I couldn't tag you because you're not there. What time in the next 5 minutes can you sign up? Guys, Terry wants to hear his name, wants to see his name in the lights. Give them a reason to go if you've already tried several and you still can't get it. I don't mean to get in my soapbox, but this is really important. In fact, we're going to be delivering nuggets there. Maureen is about to drop a 3-minute sizzle call from a huge person that was installing over 2,000 or 4,000 solar jobs in his lifetime. That's a massive number. You're going to miss out on that. It's only going to be shared there. Everybody tracking with me on that? Okay, cool. Sorry to be on a soapbox, but really, really important. We get everyone there. An announcement that came up at our last masterclass. They are now changing the minimum margin methodology. What a big word. I love that. And this is a big one. So most people, when you see money changing in every other company I've ever been in, it was always for the worse. Always. If someone was bringing something up with money changing, there was always going to be a negative. This one is not.
Monthly.
Yeah, really. This one is not at all. It truly is a favor. They are, so anytime there is a deal, let me back up. The way the system was run outside of last week is Powur's minimum commission that they would take was $1,500. So it's 30% or $1,500 minimum, meaning if you sold a $2,000 job last week, Powur was going to make their $1,500. That was the smallest nut they would take. So that would leaving you and or a mentor $500 to split, or if you were tier 2 to take. We all knew it. That's why we don't want to go that low. However, we are in a changing economy. We are in a recession. We are fighting against other deals. So there might be times where you need to get really, really aggressive to keep a deal going. And so the owner has given us that freedom and flexibility. As you can see, company-wide, because I don't want everyone thinking, oh, let's race to the bottom. That's not what Chris Hart and I teach. We're adamant about this. I can't see him on here, but hopefully he is. We teach that all the freaking time. We're going to deliver so much value that we protect our commissions, we protect our dollars. However, having this in your back pocket is a huge resource. 90% of the company is selling deals at over $5,000, meaning this does not even go into play. 90%, 9 out of 10 doesn't apply, right? However, we still need to talk about it. $4,000 to $5,000 commissions is 5%, 3 to 4 is 3%, and then it goes all the way down to below 1 at 0.2%. So you can see as a whole, we are making dollars. We are keeping commissions. We're doing a great job building that value. But the new minimum is now going to be below 5,000. Total commission is going to be $750. So they actually cut it in half, right? So that same $2,000 deal, Powur would make $750 instead of $15. You're now splitting, what is that, $1,250 with the person instead of $500. So it literally more than doubled, almost tripled the amount of money you're going to make as a seller on this platform when you have to get aggressive and fall below that $5,000 threshold. Really, really huge deal. Yes, Mitch.
Is this, I'm just assuming they can do this because of the economy of scale. That means as the company keeps growing and growing, a lot of the fixed overhead is now getting divided up amongst more and more deals.
Yep.
So they're giving that back to us is the way I view this.
They always do, just like the financing rebate. We hit our thresholds and they were coming to the CEO saying, we're now going to offer this. He's like, we'll take it, but it's not going to me. It's going to the seller that sold it. And this is something Bobby and I and Chris and I talk about all the time. The better we do, the better this team does, Powur as a whole. Part of the reason we believe in training, these deals start, tripling, quadrupling. We're doing, 5,000 installs a month. These numbers get even more aggressive. So 100% right, Mitch. Great point. Okay. So career week. Hopefully everyone here has seen this. If not, I have failed as a leader. We have failed with our marketing, with our promotions. You've been living under a rock perhaps, but this is huge and this launches tonight. So our Powur Hour is transitioning tonight to a solar professional focused recruiting Zoom. Obviously today, Monday, February 20th, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then tomorrow they're doing an encore, same type of event, but it's going to be focused on home services. And then we're going to end with my favorite, and yes, I'm biased, the real estate and mortgage industry. So we have 3 insanely huge recruiting Zooms starting tonight and finishing up on Wednesday. I want to talk quickly about some of the resources that this company has already set up. We shared a video, I think it was last Friday, that Melissa Dawson did on one of the Building with Bobbies. I want to give you guys a shortened version and really show some of the technology that our company, primarily Cami, has put out. And so when you guys go to Knowledge Base on Powur, and you better be there, my friends, I hope you're checking it all the time, type in Career Week. That's where you're going to see everything that I'm going to show you. And I'm not going to go through all of them for time's sake, but I want to show you tonight's. So this is a landing page for solar professionals. I think they freaking crushed it. Like crushed it, guys. As someone that studies marketing at a pretty high level, click funnels and all that sort of stuff, I love the language. I love the countdowns. So you're going to get a little teaser video here of 6 minutes. You can tell it's catered to solo professionals. Anytime you speak someone's language, you're going to get their attention, which is really important. So you're not sending this one out to real estate professionals. You're not sending it out to HVACs. This is solar professionals, right? So you have the countdown from the event. They would actually click this link to join, and it says 5 p.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. Eastern. If someone wanted to read more about the company, you can see that we have the 5 income streams. I love how they did the graphics, how they move like that, which is really cool. So this is teasing what we're going to be discussing. We also have 3 embedded videos from other professionals in this space as well. Talks about
Aaron,
money and
Aaron, can I interrupt
transparency.
you? I think, are you doing a screen share on this?
I am. Is it not showing?
No, it's not.
I was about to ask the same thing.
I kept seeing your cursor going back and forth, so I figured you were pointing on.
Let me try it again. I was flowing. You
You're
guys see
there.
it now?
You got it now.
Okay, cool. So now you guys can see why I was cheesing and smiling. I think it's super freaking clean. I'll go and recap it again. Drawn to the solar professional language, this countdown timer is dope. They can also play it 6-minute video. This is about being tacky, about being sticky, so that when you invite someone, you're going to get the information. This, however, is not a blast and pray, spray and pray, whatever you want to call it. Not what this is about. I'm going to have a conversation with Dana if she's in the solar space, hyping up tonight's event. Listen, I'm going to send you the link for it. Take a look at some information. If you have any questions, I cannot wait to see you at 8 p.m. Eastern. Right? I'm not just blasting. And then I'm writing down on a post-it note. That's where I keep my notes, that Dana confirms she's going to be there. I'm keeping a rolling list of who my guests are going to be, right? Several reasons. One is I know who to go check at 8 p.m. to make sure. It also helps for reminding them. I'm going to send out a reminder 15 minutes before with the link. Dana, Aaron here. Can't wait to see you. We're actually opening the Zoom up in 5 minutes. Make sure you hop on early, as we promise to max this thing out with over 500 guests from the solar world. Can't wait to see you. Not asking permission. I'm just recounting what she already told me, her commitment to be there. Hopefully you guys track on that. Really, really important. Okay, I'll scroll down again. It talks about the 5 income streams. Once again, wow, they can have a team. You can do wealth, equity, stock ownership. Something here is going to speak to Dana as a solar pro, right? So once again, really, really tacky. Also have embedded videos. I would challenge you guys to watch these 3. They're less than a minute. One of them is 3 minutes long. His is phenomenal, by the way. The other 2 are less than a minute. The reason I say that, I like to have knowledge that I can give someone. If I'm talking to Terry Thomas, I actually know this person in the middle. He comes from real estate. Terry, scroll halfway down to the page. I want you to see a video by one of my dudes, man. It's 55 seconds long. Will change your life. It's going to hype up what we're doing tonight. I can only do that if I spend a couple minutes and actually saw the information, right? Tracking with me on that? So watch those. Really, really good. But once again, this is not just one of those blast and pray things. Okay, let me go back to my slide deck real quick. Next one I want to show you is the sample email and text scripts. And I'm presuming this did not share my screen either.
You're back to your normal fireside chat.
Okay, so I'm going to have to stop and redo it every time. And I apologize, guys, but I do want to make sure you see it. As you guys know, Chris and I talk about all the time, plug and play businesses. We don't want, in fact, this was the lesson today. People who are losing on the team are thinking too much. Doesn't that sound weird? But it's a fact. You're just not taking action. We're so stuck in our head. What do I send? What do I text? Dana's like, I don't know if I know a solar pro. God forbid I get one on the phone. How am I going to hype it? Right? I'm just using her because I can see her. I know she knows what to say. However, guys, we took care of it. We made it really, really easy. Some people on our team love email. Not my jam, not my play, but we have it for you if it is, right? Sometimes you're prospecting someone and they're like, dude, can you send me over information on an email? Once again, not my favorite. I'm a believer. I want to communicate with my prospect how they want to be communicated with. If they're jamming on text, I'm going to live on text. If they want to live on Messenger, I'm going to figure out Messenger. I'm going to be there where they want to be so that they can receive the message. But here's a sample email. Guys, it doesn't get any easier than this. Like, does not get any easier. Copy and paste. You don't even have to think about it. For those of you that are really smart, much smarter than me, and you want to change a few things, go ahead. I don't recommend it, but if that's you, that's your jam, it's all here. All you got to do is sub in your name, by the way. Here are my favorites, some of the text options. So this is an intro to event. The day before, doing the reminder. Who wants a social media post? Social media done for you. Thank you. This is it. I already did this on LinkedIn this morning. I'm gonna do it on Facebook here in a couple minutes. I copied it word for word. My stance on this, though, humble opinion, I don't give links out when I'm marketing to masses. If I'm talking to Marissa and she's like, oh yeah, I can be there, I'm gonna hit her with my link, right? Because I want to have a conversation. If I throw a link out on our social media, and some people do it, it's just not my jam. I might have 30 people that were thinking to themselves they're going to be there, but they didn't self-identify. I can't remind them. I can't follow up. How do I get Marissa on 5 minutes before? So I want to tease it. I want to dangle the carrot, have Marissa PM me, like this post for more info, whatever that call to action is going to be. Then I'm going to have the one-off conversation with Marissa and really tie it down that she's going to be there and add her name to my notes. Hopefully you guys are tracking on that because that's really important. But this social media post, I did it word for word. I did not get creative. So you have email, you have text messages done, you have social media done for tonight, for Tuesday with home services, and for Wednesday with real estate and mortgage. If you do not have guests on this week, start to preach again. It's because you didn't do it. You didn't take the action. It's all there. It's all there for you. It's literally just, plug and play. Okay, let me go back to one other thing I want to show you. And I'm sorry to go fast, but I do want to make sure we have a lot of time for Q&A. Marketing graphics. I know this team geeks out on graphics. I do as well. So I'm going to show you a few of those. I don't know why it went away. Let me go back. You can go to Knowledge Base and actually click on under the career week. You're going to see that the template there of what the marketing graphics look like. You have to download them to your computer or iPad, whatever you're using, even phone. So I went ahead and took screenshots for you. This is just showing today's event. So you're going to have different marketing graphics for tomorrow and one for Wednesday, tailored to the audience. So let's take your solar career to the next level. This is the one I used for my, I love it. Thank you, Marissa. This is the one I used on LinkedIn today. Right? You have a gentleman here, and then you have something that shows the earnings at 280,000. That gets me freaking excited. It doesn't get you excited. I don't know what does. I love the dashboard there of your numbers driven. The only thing I am doing on mine, this is a little nugget, my friends, is I had my amazing wife, when we downloaded them, I cropped out the link for the Zoom below. That's just not my flavor. That's not the way I roll. I love the graphic. They're trying to make it easier for the masses. I want to teach you guys what I believe to be the right way. Slow down to speed up. Yes, it involves you having a one-off-one conversation when Mitch likes your post, when he sends you a message, but that's my call to action. I want to be able to track that accountability. Really, really important. If you want to go as easy as possible, leave it there. Completely up to you. I do believe there's a big difference though. Okay, so anyway, we have all those graphics there on that. And I believe that was it. Okay, cool. That is it. So I'm going to open this up to our traditional fireside Q&A. It can be related to Career Week, which I freaking love. But the floor is yours. We have amazing new mentors on the call. We're happy to answer questions, share anything you guys need help with. Go for it. People are always so quiet on the dog.
Here, Aaron.
One. Yes, sir, Mitch. Thank you.
Well, one, I just want to tell you what I'm looking up to the left because I got my 65-inch TV about 4 feet here and I can see better, even though my computer's right in my face here. But you're showing these Google Docs. How do we get into those Google Docs?
You're going to go to Knowledge Base and type in Career Week. Everything's there. It's all linked.
Oh, that's how you got there? Okay.
Yep. Everything's there.
I thought it was something new.
No, it's
Nope.
Career Week. And then when you click on Career Week, at the very top, there's also another one too that says, click here for evergreen marketing tools for these industries. So there's two great pages there with all of it, and just copy, paste, and promote tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday like crazy.
Yeah, and one mistake I made last time they did this, and it was probably 2 months ago, I actually helped Bobby kind of spearhead this because we did it with a previous company at a really high level. A mistake I made, and this is important, guys, please pay attention to this, is I started Sunday and Monday inviting for the Solar Pros on Monday night. I did not start inviting for real estate. I told myself it was going to be Monday night after it closed, but I was so busy answering questions, helping the team, that I didn't start until Tuesday morning, and I dropped the ball. And so I did really good on the Solar Pro, which was the first one. Awful on Tuesdays and Wednesdays events. I think it's one of those things, honestly, I hate to say it, you got to do all three together. As you're going through your list, you're writing down anyone you know in those three spaces: home services, roofers, contractors, HVAC, landscapers, gardeners, whatever. You're doing real estate agents and mortgage, and also Solar Pros at the same time, because you got to get the information out. 3 days goes by really, really fast. Number one regret people had, because I'm going to challenge all of you to be on all three calls. It's how you learn. So the next time the language is, you hear these testimonials and presentations, you see 600 people on, none of them were yours. And you're like, son of a gun. Why did I not spend 15 extra minutes doing those invites? I see Rosario, she knows. She probably felt the same way. I know I did. The real estate one, I think I had 2 guests on. I was like, what? And it's because it was a third event. I just dropped the ball. So anyway, learn from that mistake. What else we got? So shy. Everybody's crushing it. They already have all the invites. They knew all the marketing. We're sorry. I saw you come off mute. Don't be shy.
I was clicking it wrong. So I have a question on the graphics. You can change the logo because we're trying to brand ourselves. Can we change the logo?
That is outside of my expertise. I
I'll
would
jump in. I'll
yeah, go
jump
for
in. So yeah, if you go on Canva, if you have your logo, you can just take your logo and cover it. And pro tip, if you have a PNG that's a transparent background, just go to elements and add a colored box and color it white, and then put your logo over it, and it'll get rid of the Powur logo on the top left.
Got it. Thank you.
Love
You're
it.
welcome.
By no means feel the pressure to go do that. She's extra fancy, and I love it. She's marketing herself, running it like a business. If that's not your play, don't spend time today learning it. Please, I'm going to be very blunt about it. You're better off getting the message out. I also like little cheats, right? This one just came to me. And in fact, I'm going to give you one that I'm going to do. You can go to Facebook right now and say, who do you know that's a roofer? Who do you know that's a landscaper? Look, see, I see 3 people taking notes. My favorite one, and we're all going to be fishing in the same pond, but I'm going to share it with you. I believe in abundance. Who do you know that's a great real estate agent? Here's what happens. People are going to, oh, Michelle liked that one. I hit it. People are going to go through and they're going to tag like 30, 40 people. You now have your list to go send a private message to. Like, this is not rocket science, my friends, but it does take work. It does take work. The next 3 days, if you're taking it serious on social media, you should be everywhere. You should be posting about the solar one tonight, the mortgage one, maybe later tonight, solar today, mortgage later today, real estate, home services, whatever your little niche is going to be. What else we got?
Where on this page is the flyers that you just showed, the marketing flyers
Yep.
for Career
Hang on one
Week?
second.
I will chime in while Aaron's looking for that. It's not allowing you to access it from a mobile phone. So I think you're better doing it from a
Melissa
computer.
Dawson covered that last week. I think under each of the Career Week events, there's like 4 different hot links.
Mhm.
Guys, about having to log in, everything's on Powur Calendar. So all the events, the links to that, and then the graphic there, if you're on your phone. So just go to powurcalendar.com and just from your phone, hold down the image and you save it to your photos and you can just blast that out. You don't even need to log into Knowledge Base. Just go
Oh,
to
there you go. Love it.
Maureen, does Powur Calendar have those individual ones that he showed?
Yeah, they're all because the graphics for promoting tonight. So just go on there and save that.
Okay.
And they're all on knowledge base too. I literally pulled the information like 2 hours ago this morning. So everything I showed today, I literally found myself on knowledge base. I swear to you, they're there. That one was down. You had to download it because it was a zip file. So I probably would not work on a phone, to Maureen's point. So that could be why you're not seeing it. All right, what else we got?
I just put the link for Knowledge Base in the chat. So click on that. That's the Career Week URL. So just go in there and you'll see all of for Solar Pro, whatever the sample emails, SMS, and social posts, hyperlinks in there.
Yeah, I see all that kind of stuff, but Aaron, you had like a marketing thing where you said you cropped out the bottom where you took out the link. It was like more like a flyer.
Yeah, so there's I can't do it as I'm doing the Zoom. It says marketing material and you just click on it, you download, I think it was 8 photos for tonight. And then once I had them saved to my computer, I just cropped up from the bottom and took off the logo.
Aaron.
Yes, sir, Mitch.
That short video was like 5-7 minutes that you talked about a few minutes ago.
The one Maureen's
Where
going to
do I
share?
find that?
Maureen's going to upload it to our Telegram app this afternoon.
I already did it. It's in there.
Overachiever,
Thank you,
guys. She's
Maureen.
tier 3.
You're
What can I
awesome.
expect?
I have a question.
Go for it.
So I am currently, we have a new seller who is actively focused on Puerto Rico. And obviously I know we've got knowledge base to look stuff up, but when it comes to battery storage, do we have like a synopsis or a short, like what people are using for batteries And I know it depends on the project and things like that, but
It really does. A lot of
Really?
material there in knowledge base. I know James Schieffer and I talk about it. There are trainings almost weekly. If not weekly, it's at least every other week on batteries. It's a complex thing and it's ever changing for sure. I 99% of the time am using Enphase batteries. If I had to throw a number out, 90% of my projects are a typical 10 kilowatt, which is going to give someone most of their electrical outlets. Those that are needing HVAC and they want, when they lose power, their home to become the Ritz-Carlton. No judgment. I love that too. Those are going to be larger systems in that 20 to 30 kilowatt size. But it's very unique based on load pool and everything else they're looking to accomplish. But I personally, I do love the Enphase product.
Thank you.
And knowledge base has some great things. Also on the boards, there's some cool comparisons. There's some really neat flyers. Again, I use a lot of that as post follow-up for some of our proposals.
okay, awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hey, Aaron, if I could comment on that. So I've got a 10 kilowatt battery on my system, and it's doing very well, but I have gas heat still. So what I ended up powering was my critical circuits. I have an upstairs refrigerator, downstairs. So when the power goes out, it doesn't run even my furnace fan, and certainly not air conditioning, but critical lights, the internet, all the stuff I need, because I've got a fireplace, so I'm fine with that.
Love it. Love it.
But also, Spencer Rosen has a weekly talk. If you need to know what day it is, I can let you know. And also, there's a Solar Edge talk each week, and they talk about that. Spencer, however, is really darn knowledgeable. He's the one you want to get on one of his calls and talk to him.
Yeah, thank you. I have that on the calendar, and I know that they have the Facebook groups as well too.
Yep.
Just as a plug for those of you that aren't familiar, Enphase has a specific Facebook group for power sellers, and then Solar Edge has a Facebook group. I don't know that it's specific to power sellers, but I do know that they have a.
There's lots of great training. Something that I've heard Bobby say over and over again. I literally spent 4 days nonstop with him, and on these, but he says every morning he wakes up, he brings his wife a cup of coffee, he checks his personal calendar, and then he checks the power calendar. That's how he starts off every morning. So I'd encourage us all to do the same thing, to see what specific is consistent. Every week there's different things, focusing on maybe your marketplace. Maybe there's a special Solar Edge or Enphase battery training, that you want to hop on that day. So just get in the habit of that. And then, like Aaron said too, it's just knowledge base. Everything's in there. Flyers you can check out, training videos that they've done in the past, recordings. So just type in Enphase or batteries or Solar Edge in knowledge base, and you'll find a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's funny, Maureen. Good point. Bobby does say that every day, every call. So for instance, like for me, that doesn't work. If I wanted to add something to my calendar today, it's my calendar's shot. Like it's gone. Like there's anyone that tries to book me same day knows that does not work for me. I love what he's teaching there and what she said. I do it every Sunday evening. So as I'm decompressing, I'm adding it for the week. If those of you that have more time, it can add it by all means. For me, the way I do it, if it's something I'm even like 50% likely to go attend, I'm like, I could use a brush up. I add it to the calendar. So this way I have it and I can forecast and kind of build things around it. But yes, he does teach that every single call. Knowledge base too. If for newer sellers on the platform, I wish they would change the wording to it. It really it's Powur's Google platform. Like it is Google. I don't think I've ever gone there and not found what I wanted. And if I did, it's because I typed in the wrong phrase because I just didn't know what it was called. Everything is there. Like really, really get in the habit. I know Dana and I were talking about this the other day too. Something else that I don't talk enough about, God bless my wife, because she handles a lot of it on the back office, is that chat feature in knowledge base. It is badass, guys. During business hours, I think it's on Pacific time, you can go there and within like seconds, you have a rep coming back, answering your question, pointing in the right direction, perhaps saying you got to email this department or this manager, whatever that looks like. But really, really cool resource as well that I believe so few people are actually utilizing.
Hey, Aaron,
I've been utilizing it and it's terrific. Whenever I have to scratch my head, I just go there and they bring me through and I don't bother Aaron anymore.
I appreciate it.
My seller Beth Ann last week had to untag you because of the California thing.
Yep.
And able to get you released, but she'll also get the other person added in that same chat without having to go back in the system and add the other person.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they moved it to knowledge base. So that's where it's at. Super easy to find. You'll see it there.
Hey, Aaron, my question is on home shows. I'm going to miss the virtual conference because on the 3rd, I'm going to be going out to set up in Boyd's, Maryland at a home show. Has anybody had much success? I mean, this is a one-time shot for me. It's either going to work or it's not because it's not cheap. So, but I'm giving it a shot.
I have not done that. I know we've had people that have done similar. I think Maureen's done a live event or shadowed. I know John Bobness has. I saw him here before. Is he still on?
I know people have. I went to the most recent home show, but as a guest, and my whole MO for that was to prospect exhibitors to get them interested in offering Powur. So I think there's a lot, but we have talked about it. There's a few other, like I'm working very closely now with Joel Gossett, who's a top leader in my area, and I know there's 3 more home shows coming up. So with them, some other people not in our team, but just that we can split a booth for the next one. So yeah, I mean, there were 4 other solar exhibitors there and they got a lot of traffic. So
That's good. That's good to know, because actually if there's other solar exhibitors, I will go talk to them briefly, but like, you're not allowed to walk around and prospect and hand people stuff. You got to be in your booth.
yeah, so I would say, oh, John Bobna said DM questions. I know what's worked well is like, for past things that were in solar is, something where you can give people that you want to make sure you're getting people's information.
100%.
Yep.
Not just giving information, you want to somehow have a sign up or, win a free vacation, something where you can then have numbers to follow up with, because you might not get a lot of people there wanting to book something or bills, but the whole point is to grab as many people that are interested in learning more so that you can have a database to follow up with. So just make sure that you're not just dishing out information, you have some sort of collection mechanism.
I already have a sign up sheet that I created in Excel that I use to like a little local event right here in Tyson's Corner. So I've got all that stuff created. So I'm ready to collect names.
Sign up. I mean, people aren't going to just want to walk by and give you their name. Like there's
Oh,
got to
yeah,
be
no, but if they,
a raffle, a free this, win something, win a vacation, win, where people are giving you their information voluntarily is all I'll say.
If
And
I could
James,
jump
I have
in
some
here,
vacations I can
'cause
give you.
Because at trade shows, what I found, if you're going to give away a cruise or a trip or something, you're going to get a lot of people who don't care what your booth is. They just want a shot at winning.
Yeah.
But I give away a pair of solar lights that they can put on the outside of their house. And that seems to attract attention. And you can buy a pair of them for like $20 on Amazon. And people are interested in just that. Now you're talking about something solar, and there you
Or
go.
even marketing boost, $37 a month. You can give restaurant cards, you can give free vacations away. You can say anyone today who signs up and is willing to give the utility to get a solar savings report will get, and you can have a list of all the vacations there. Like you will, anyone, not just win a raffle. Like you're willing to give a utility bill and see what's possible for your home. You can choose any of these places to go on a trip with.
I'll
Like,
be using that Thursday at my expo.
Yeah. James, I'll send you a link. It's called Marketing Boost.
I can put it in the Telegram, just marketing boost.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go through the upline on that, Maureen, because there is affiliates for it.
Oh, I have my own. Okay. Got it. I didn't
Like she
know.
has an upline that has it, is why I'm saying it.
Oh, got it.
Yep. Well, I'll make sure you get it. It's an amazing site. We're gonna be doing our training on that coming up as well. Yeah, great question. And Mitch, I love the tip about keeping it solar related. I also agree with Maureen from years of doing it in real estate. People are not going to walk by and give you information. They just won't. There has to be some sort of item of value so that you can collect it. I 1000% agree with it. All right, what else do we got?
Good stuff.
That's a great topic, by the way. I love that you're taking action. Anytime you're around people, you're going to win. I would definitely go to the Facebook group, Powur Pioneers, and type in like road shows, conventions, things like that. You'll see a lot of pictures and you can zoom in and kind of get language people are using. One other one I don't hear people talk about, I like getting people paid. So I would talk about the ambassador program. Like if you ever come across anybody that has a solar question, like you're not even asking for them. I love doing passive marketing. Allow me to pay you $1,000 every time you connect us and we take them to install. And they're like, what? Like, so you could do lots of promos on that as well. And that's free. Cool. What else we got?
So I would add something else, James. Don't ever feel like you're wasting your time, especially when you're gonna be around people. So just get yourself out there. Most of the things happen after you've been out there. And like Maureen said, keep track of those leads, those people that are being giving you the information, so that way you can follow up. But don't ever feel like you're wasting your time, and market yourself everywhere.
I guess
Love it.
it's just something new for me being on that aspect of it. I've been over decades to many conventions, but as a support engineer. So I've been in the booths. I'm just never been the sales lead in one of these things. So this is a new adventure for me in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, I would run one of my favorite books is The Purple Cow. How do you stand out? I don't know how big the area is going to be. If there's 100, if there's 500, how do you, yeah, Adrian, amazing book. But how do you stand out? What's going to cause someone to just stop in their tracks as they're walking through this, perhaps coming to talk to a pool person and they see solar? And that once you start to really ask those questions, that's what you're going to figure out. And then I would do what Dana said about how you plan to do review. I can't say enough. When someone stops and talks to you, have the conversation. Hey, out of curiosity, what caused you to stop? Oh, it was that sign, or it was your smile, like whatever it was. It could be something stupid, and you're going to pour gasoline on that stupid thing because they just gave you the feedback of what it was.
Well,
Really
I did
important.
get some tchotchkes to pass out and some stuff just to get somebody to look or at least touch the table. I got, the Powur pens and the little Powur candy pieces. I've got a bunch of them. So at least somebody might want to grab one of those and you can say, hey, how you doing?
Love it. And then use the language Chris does every Friday with those power words. Allow me 45 minutes of your time over Zoom so I can slash your electricity bill by up to 40%. Like anything like that. You want to be aggressive. This is about grabbing people. I know that sounds weird, but it just is what it is. Cool. Love it. We got time for a few more. What else we got? Who's excited for Career Week? Okay, good. I saw a few hands. Anyone already have guests confirmed for tonight? Okay, awesome. Solar pros are a little bit harder, right? For us that don't come from the solar world. Like that's not typically, unless you live in the great state of Florida, Texas, or Cali, where you're surrounded by solar professionals. I know everyone on my Facebook is not a solar pro unless I met them here and I added them. So I do a lot on LinkedIn. I'm a big advocate of Facebook groups. Go type in solar sales, solar professionals, solar scripts, whatever you can, and you will see pages with 17,000 people in them. That's your blue ocean strategy. You don't go in there and blast it, but you can go in there and search like the comments on post, someone that said something that was thoughtful, go in and say, Adrian, great comment. You can send a PM. Hey, I freaking love what you said to that answer. I'm stealing that. I can't wait to use it next time. Anything you can do, just start a conversation. Oh, by the way, how do you like your company? Right? That's all it is, just getting into conversations with people. But there are people everywhere. Obviously, the mortgage, housing, and real estate is fishing with dynamite. I would steal a strategy of making a Facebook post. Who's your favorite painter in the Tampa Bay area? Who's your favorite roofer? Who's your go-to lender? And be specific, right? People will tag them. If you are in real estate, I'm making fun of myself. Oh my gosh. Like if someone tagged you, you were like all over it, like flies on you know what. And so that they're going to be like, when you go ping them, if someone tagged Michelle Thompson and I send her a message, hey, so-and-so just introduced you as a go-to real estate agent, she's stopping everything in her tracks to have a conversation with me. Like all day, every day. They think it's a referral. You want to have conversations, endless prospects by using those two strategies. Cool.
Hey,
what else we got? We got time for one more.
Hey, Aaron, mortgage stuff.
Yep.
So I had a chance in the last 2 weeks. I've talked to a number of mortgage lenders and trying to get them to understand. I said, solar is the future. It's coming. And I've had so many real estate people say, no. You get a lien on your house. I'm like, no. You got to understand the type of thing, right? Private property versus PPA and all that stuff. So I have really good conversations just helping a mortgage person to understand it so that they could then reference me and reference solar to try and get rid of that attitude by a lot of real estate agents, because they're like, nah, it ruins the price of the house.
Yep.
No, it increases it. You got to understand, I don't want to offer a lease, right? I mean, so I said, just let me help you understand it to help you in your business. That was my approach.
Yeah, I love it. And that's the hardest one. Chris did an amazing training on this last Friday. If you're not a part of his Facebook group that he created for our team, I would strongly get added to it. Message your upline. Perhaps someone can throw it in the chat. It was long. It was about 2 hours of just going through high level conversations with LOs, with agents, how it actually provides value to your home, and gave like links for it, like documentation. You want to talk about arming yourself with the marketplace? 100%. Great resource. Strongly check it out. Mitch.
Yeah, I want to address the real estate and solar. And Aaron, you remember Barbara, who I went out with for close to 2 years.
Yes.
And that was back in our previous company. But she's a real estate broker. And this actually happened, and we're still friends. So she called me up about 2 years ago and said, Mitch, because I hung out with you and I know everything about solar, well, almost everything. And she goes, I walked into a house for a listing agreement, and the house was covered with solar panels. And she walks in, she goes, I'm so excited you have solar panels. And then she gave all these reasons why, and then all the other reasons why she should get the listing. Now, the people told her, we're not going to make a decision at night, so don't ask us. She was the last of 5 people to be interviewed. They walked outside for a few minutes, and they came back and they said, you have our listing agreement because you're the only one who liked the fact that we have solar. 2 of the realtors said you should take it off the roof before we list it. And it was all, the other 4 were all negative about solar. And she got the listing, and now her and the whole brokerage, that's all they do is talk about when they see a listing for solar. They almost 99% of the time get that listing because they're excited about it and they understand it. And the problem with real estate people is they don't understand solar, and there's some minor complications, but the bottom line is if you didn't pay cash for it, chances are you have a UCC agreement, not a lien on the house. But at the closing, the loan should be paid off, and it's that simple.
Love it.
And it adds a lot of value.
Mitch, great story. Anyone who's been training with me for a while knows this. I have my success because of stories. I will go ahead and say it right now. I will make $1 million off the story Mitch just shared. That's the difference between me and most. I'm just being honest. He just laid it out. If you want to get more listings, the day is coming to where someone's going to go there, and all of your counterparts who don't understand it are going to go in like you would have prior to this meeting, being negative. And the one person that spent a little bit of time leaning in on this is going to rip that deal out of your hands. You won't even see it coming. And then you go in and share that story. That is, guys, that was the price of admission for today. Stories are everything. I see a lot of heads. I love it. You guys are getting this. Mitch, thank you for sharing it. You just put a lot of money in my pocket. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
I'm transparent about it because I want to teach you guys this. That Patrick Adu story. It happened to be one of my personals, $96,000 in his first 30 days. If you have not shared that story to someone that loves money, I don't know what are you waiting for? I probably landed 15 recruits off that story. Like, I mean, seriously, it's a conversation stopper. I share Marissa's story all the time about driving to convention. Like, there are so many stories on our team. I just freaking love it. You guys
Do we have a place where these stories are?
We share them on calls like this. They're not written down. That would be amazing. And that's definitely not my wheelhouse. Someone else wants to take the lead. But something I taught a couple weeks ago on a fireside is I recommend having like 5 or 6 stories because you got to appeal. That Patrick Adu 96,000, that's a 10% story. If someone's never made 6 figures in their life, and I'm going to tell them about someone that just did it in 30 days that didn't know solar 45 days ago, they cannot relate and they're backing out. That Mitch story, that's not for an HVAC. That's for a real estate professional, a brokerage owner. I'm going to smack him in between the eyes on that story. We got a bunch of them. I had a teacher, and it was probably my second or third recruit. Her first, I'm going to call it 60 days. She was on summer vacation. And that's why she was able to do it. Had over $44,000 in commissions. I'm not going to put her on blast. That's almost her yearly salary. Like almost her yearly salary. 99% of our team has 0 solar experience. When I'm talking to someone, oh, I get it, Adrian. I love the ideas. I love that. I'm not wired that way. That's not my wheelhouse. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you about 99% of our team. Like, there's so many of them. You're going to gravitate towards certain ones. We all do. And that's part of the reason why we start with the wins too in the beginning, is that we get in the habit of really sharing these. Because the more you have stories, my friend, it is everything. By the way, stories are not just for, sorry, I'll get excited on this. Stories are not just for when you're prospecting, like that initial conversation, that's gold. I use most of my stories for follow-up. I am a big passive seller, passive recruiter. I wish I could get more aggressive like Chris and just go for the jugular. Like that's his gift from God. That's not mine. I have to do it soft, right? I do a lot of soft closes. So when I'm doing follow-up, I'm going to keep using Adrian because I love her. Adrian saw a video. I just couldn't sign her or whatever, which is rare because I'm going to sign everybody, right? That's my stance, but I couldn't. Adrian, so I'm going to hit her up. Anyone that got a message from me, and I see a lot of my own recruits here, I do voice text. That is my jam. I want them to hear my excitement. Adrian, happy Monday, new week, new opportunities, girl. I hope you're killing it. Hope your week's off to a great start. I know it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since we last communicated. I had to share a quick story with you. And since I got your ear, I'm going to go for it. I brought on a brand new solar partner 30 days ago, 0 solar experience, just like you, just like me. I was so excited. But here's the kicker. His first 30 days with us in our systems, the young man earned over $96,000 in commissions. Once again, I hope you're having a great Monday. I will talk to you soon. I didn't ask her for anything. She's going to hit me back and say, he did what? And if she doesn't hit me back and it says red, she's off my list. I'm just being honest with you. If that did not excite her, I don't want to lead her. I don't want to be in business with her. Like, we're not wired the same. Because I'm not here to play small. Sorry, that's a whole different topic too. But I love that. And here's what I love about this. Anybody else can do that. Can you leave a voice text sharing about a business partner that's killing it? If Michelle said, Aaron, I don't want to hear those stories of people doing well. Like, I'm not friends with Michelle anymore. And no one says that. Sorry, you guys got me really jacked. Here's the other thing. Use these stories. I did not date Mitch's girlfriend. Full transparency. I'm still going to use it like I did. Like, that's my story. We're all business partners. That Patrick Adu story, if you are on Solar Icons, my friends, borrow that story. We are business partners. We all are Powur owners.
You have met Barbara.
I know I met her.
Sorry.
I know. I was kidding. I was doing a bad example. My wife's probably looking at me in the other room. But this is important. I get into storytelling. And I'm never going to say, oh, you got to hear about my friend Marissa. No. Oh my gosh. You got to hear about my business partner, Marissa. Like, I'm co-signing it. Not only am I lifting her up, but I'm lifting myself up with it. Language is everything. We're all owners in Powur. You guys tracking with me? And there are stories like this everywhere, my friends. Everywhere. You just got to be listening. By the way, I'll use Maureen's story. I already used it once last week with Javaris. Not putting anyone on blast. I love this guy. His drive, his energy, doesn't have a computer. The next time a prospect, a new seller tells me I don't have access to it, I can't go do it. Let me tell you a story about my boy, right? I'm going to go right through it. He took off work. He went to the library. He knocked it out in 6 hours. He got it done, right? Convention, the Marissa. Anyway, you guys know my stance on that. Sorry for going a little bit over. I get excited. But yeah, stories are everything, in case you didn't notice. Unless someone has one more, I'm going to go ahead and close it down.
Can I do one, Aaron?
Yes. Sorry.
I'm ready to close it down, but I did a presentation last week with a group of realtors, and I more of a solar intro, and they wanted to hear about what you were just talking about. They wanted to hear about, well, how's it going to affect my close, and what's going to do about the leasing, and how it's going to do about transferring it over. So I teamed up with the lender. He and I are going to put together a seminar. I'm going to take that puppy on the road and do a seminar for now. So the onset, I want to recruit them. The brokers don't necessarily want to hear that, but just being the go-to guy that they can call for questions for solar. And I appreciate, Aaron, your input on that, because I love it.
It brings up a great point. I don't remember if I told Pamela or not. She's one of our newest LOs on the team. Excited to be building with her. I'm going to run with her because she gets it. She understands it. She's a business minded, flat out sees what we're doing here. She speaks mortgage better than I do. That's her wheelhouse. I can pretend because of my real estate background. I don't have the same language that she does. The more I can show her, get her in and on board with what we're doing, she starts putting her spin, her stories. Oh, baby. I can't wait. I'll be taking them to every LO I know. Right? That's part of it.
That's right. I'm actually putting my entire CRM together. So, and then just going to be calling every one of them. I've already started doing quite a few calls. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a value added service to the customers, and it's they're already my customers. So I already know them, just checking to see how their home's going. Et cetera. We have a good conversation. And then I was like, hey, how's the electric bill on your house? And, that's where the conversation's been going. So I'm only getting started.
Love it. I have big dreams for you. I know you're going to kill it. All right, guys, I appreciate you going over. You guys got me fired up, so I apologize. Normally, I'm pretty diligent about ending on time. I'll post the recording on our YouTube page in the next couple hours. Please, once again, I get in trouble for saying this, even for some strange reason, after today's content, you don't have a guest, and I know that's not anyone here, still hop on. The more you hear what on these events, someone come off mute and tell me. The more you hear...
The more
stories, yes.
Your stories.
There'll be testimonials. There will be one nugget that you're like, oh my gosh, if I would have said that to John yesterday, just to Tammy, oh my God, I wish I would have known it. Now you have something to go back.
Tell, stories tell.
Here's one last one I'll give you. I've never done it. I'm gonna do it tonight. You can either do a video if you're feeling frisky. I know that's frisky, and a lot of you won't be doing it, right? Or you do a voice text to someone that you were trying to get on who did not get on. 4 or 5 minutes after it started, being like, oh my gosh, Mr. Malcolm, listen, man, I'm on that Zoom. In fact, I got to whisper. I'm on that Zoom I told you about tonight. We have 571 guests from the solar space. I don't know what you're doing right now, man, but if I sent you a link, could you hop on? And I'll drop it. Even if he doesn't, he can't. He's with the kids. He's doing something else. He just knows he has FOMO. He missed out on 571 other people from his field who are there. It's a nugget. It's a value add. I didn't sell him. I didn't close him. I'm just sharing. Okay, I got to go before I get in trouble. I appreciate you guys. I will see everyone on tonight. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.
I have one more thing.
Oh,
Wait,
go for
don't cut it.
Oh, yes.
I just want to say, yes, watch the recording. If you missed it, send it to whoever. Jump on tonight's Power Hour. But we've got a really exciting special guest next week that I'm going to drop the information for soon. So just be on the lookout for that. Make sure this is not one you're going to want to miss. You don't want to miss any of them, but this is definitely one you're not going to want to miss.
And it was all Marissa. She lined up this guest for next Monday. It's going to be exciting. Thank you for you.
You're
all right, we'll talk soon, guys.
Bye, guys.